easy it used to be to meet friends when you're a kid on the playground. Well, now that we're adults, you throw in your career, kids, and other responsibilities. It's not so easy anymore. We're live, and we have our TAMFM in the audience. I said, how many of you are here with your best friends? Stand up, wait. Oh, a happy audience. And I told them in the break that if you're not here with your best friend, I'm your best friend, so count me in, all right? Listen, according to a recent survey, 22% of Americans say it has been at least 5 years since they last made a new friend. My next guest could relate to that. They're two writers and connected over feeling lonely and not having authentic friendships as adults. They decided to create an online space for women, Sister, I'm With You, that helps millions of followers cultivate friendships, whether it's finding new ones or loving the ones you have. And now they've written a book. It's called I'll Be There, but I'll Be Wearing Sweatpants. Please welcome Amy Weatherly and Jess Johnston to the show. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Tay
us.
Diggs has got me nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, he had us all nervous. I'm like, this velvet is hot. Or is it that it's Tay Diggs in the room? I mean, it's great. Let me talk, first, Amy, let me ask you, you and Jess connected online. How did you initially strike up a friendship? Because it's one thing to have a conversation. It's another when that light bulb friend moment happens where you're like, that could be my friend. That's my girl.
Yeah, it was a moment of boldness on my part. Honestly, I followed Jess. Jess was a writer, and I followed her. I loved her approach to writing was very real and authentic. And so I just honestly, I slid into her DMs and I told her, hey, I like what you're doing. I like the way you write. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to collaborate. I would just like to know you, because writing is this weird space and I just wanted to know other writers. I wanted to have friends who were doing the same thing I was doing. And I liked her. I liked the way she did it. So I just told her so.
I like that. Some people are drawn to you and you're drawn to them. Jess, you are considered an expert on friendship. How do you define being an expert on, do you have a lot of friends? How do you?
Oh my God. An expert on friendship. I mean, I think one of the most important things we need to realize about friendship is none of us are perfect at it. Yeah. Everybody's trying to figure it out. It's complicated. It's hard. It can be super awkward. So if I'm an expert at feeling awkward and then still being someone's friend, then I guess I'm an expert. But none of us are doing it perfectly. It's just honestly about trying. It's about showing up. It's about being intentional and making it a priority.
But that's the thing, it's hard because especially as I said, I think for me, I can trace back a best friend for pretty much each decade, from elementary, from high school, from college. But then in my 30s, work, and now I'm 50 with a toddler, you lose that time, I feel, to make it a priority. So how do we restructure our intentions? Because I love my friends, and even, I like my husband, he's fine, but I love my friends, and sometimes I miss that in my life, Amy.
I think one of the things we have to do is sort of flip the way we think about it, because I think for a long time we thought that friendship was a luxury. We thought that it was an extra, but the truth is, gosh, we need other people. Like, we have to connect with each other and we have to do life together. We were created for that. We are social creatures. And so I think the first thing to do is flipping our way of thinking and realizing it's not a luxury. Friendship isn't something I want. It's something I need. There's something in me that's choosing that I need this. And so I am going to make it an important. And I think as a mom too, sometimes it's easy to feel like I'm being selfish when I invest time into my friendships.
Yeah.
It's easy to feel like I'm being selfish once a month when I take a girls' night. But that's not selfish. It's something that you need. It is like the ultimate self-care is time with your people.
I know.
That is
I'm doing it this Saturday. I'm going to the New Edition concert with my friends. And my husband will be miles away with Moses, but I'm having my turn up girls' night. Don't record me if you see me in the audience in Madison Square. Jess, what's the most important trait in a friend? Is it, for me, it's obviously loyalty. What is it from your view?
Yes, loyalty is a big one. And I think the ability, to me, the ability to be authentic, to take the masks off, to be real, to tell it like it is, to stop pretending. And then also finding someone who accepts that in you. I think that's where we got the sweatpants. Like, let's just relax and put on our sweatpants and love each other as is. But because, I mean, we're busy. We don't have time for any other kind of friendship.
I love that.
Like, I don't have time to perform.
Yeah.
I need friends that love me like I am.
I love that. And up next.
And I want to love my friends like they are.
Up next, Amy and Jess get real about friendship when they answer the call from our TAM Family Friendship Hotline. Yes, we set up a hotline, and what calls came in, we'll reveal after the break. Welcome back. That was Amy. We were talking with Amy and Jess. They created Sister I'm With You, a platform for women to connect and form friendships. Amy and Jess are answering questions from the TAM Fam Friendship Hotline. Amy and Jess, we've got our first person on the hotline. A video sent in from Tina. Let's listen in.
Hi, my name is Tina and I need help from the TAM Fam Friendship Hotline. I often hear friends can be in your life for a season or that not every friendship is supposed to last forever. But my question is, how do you know if it's time to break up with a bestie or if you should do the work and fight for the friendship?
Ooh. Amy, when is it time to break up?
Okay, well, this is a tough question.
I know, we went hard.
Yeah, I know, and I'm still over here nervous from Hey Diggs, and I'm supposed to answer this hard stuff. I think the first thing to know is that it is going to be hard from someone on the outside to answer this. You're on the inside. You know what's going on. So you're going to have to trust your instinct.
Trust your instinct.
But some things that I want to know when I'm thinking about these things, because this is, for me, this is the hardest part of friendship. I don't want to let anybody go. I don't want anything to change. I want my friendships to stay intact. But the truth is, it doesn't always last forever. So I think you have to ask yourself, is there trust in this place?
Yeah.
Is there trust? Do I know that my secrets are safe here?
Yeah.
Can I be my full self? If I can't be my full self, if I have to tiptoe and pretend, it's just not going to work very well.
I also think, are we making each other better people? And that doesn't mean richer or better jobs. Are we making each other better people? Yeah. And I think that's what we saw with Tay and Shane. They were helping to make each other better dads, better people, better humans. Amy, the question, we have one from Lexi. Making friends as an adult is weird. I seriously need to know how I can make friends without being awkward. I understand that, because you don't want to be like at the line picking up your kids inside the school, and a creepy parent going to everybody's car saying hi. Hey, want to go to dinner?
There's definitely a line there.
How do you do it?
But it is going to be a little bit awkward, no matter what.
Jess, what do you say?
I mean, first of all, I think the biggest thing for me is to expect it to be awkward. To not get thrown off by that and be like, I'm doing it wrong, clearly. This is weird. But to realize that, hey, it's awkward. It can be awkward when you're getting to know someone. Another thing I say, Amy says a lot, is to go in with compliments. Who doesn't want to get a compliment?
Right. You're like, oh my God, I love your earrings. You know, I think also just asking, you want to go get a coffee? You want to go get a drink? You know, when your kids are playing with someone else, say, oh, you know what? Oh, I have a place that I love, this new restaurant. You want to go? And just try to ease it in this way. Again, when you have kids saying, they don't have to come with us. Our husbands don't have to come. Let's go chill. You know, and I think that's
our kids.
Let's escape them, yes. Let's go to Cheryl in our audience. Hey, Cheryl, how are you?
Hi,
What's your question?
Here's my question. Why do married friends think friendships have to change when you're single?
I think that's an important question. I do. Why do married friends think your friendship has to have to change when you're single? And I went through that, being late in life, married. And I had to say to all my single friends, we're still girls. Nothing is going to change here. He's my husband, but you will be my friend, and you might survive him. I mean, just...
I think it's so important we have to be intentional, and we have to take time for each other no matter what season we're in. And also we need to have grace for each other, that we're in different seasons, and to understand that. But gosh, consistency through the years will keep us connected
One of the
in
things
every season.
I try to do also is I try not to tell my friends, I would never do that. Or, girl, I wouldn't do that. Or, that was me. Well, that's not being a friend.
yes.
You're now I'm now trying to tell you how to live your life versus listening to you and helping to support whatever decision, particularly in dating. When, you know, you're married and your friend is single saying, well, he's not the one. I'm like, well, let's see. And if it doesn't work out, you know, we'll move on to his cousin.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like, it's really, but just keeping it light and not dictating how your friends should live their lives, being there for how they want to live their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
celebrating
you.
each other in that.
I like that. I love your workbook too, and it is a phenomenal idea. The book, the workbook to answer some questions as we guide ourselves to meaningful friendships. Congratulations on finding each other and helping other people find their lifelong friends as well. Amy and Jess, the book is I'll Be There, but I'll Be Wearing Sweatpants is available everywhere books are sold.